Hi, it's Beth at the Somerset County Library, and I promised you some quick ideas for crocheting or knitting a special gift for a friend, family member, anyone that you like. And with the holidays coming up, I thought it was a good time to show you a really cool resource that we have called Cloud Library Newstand. Now, on Cloud Library Newstand, you can get access to thousands of different magazines, including a lot of different crochet and knitting magazines. And the best part of it is that you don't have magazines cluttering up the house. If you're like me, there might be like one or two patterns in the magazine that you really like and that you want to make and that realistically you might actually get to. But in the meantime, you have this stacks and stacks of magazines piling up in the house and taking up room. But with these e-magazines, you don't have that. So let me give you a tour of Cloud Library Newstand. So let me show you how to set up an account with Cloud Library Newstand if you don't have one already. You can start by going to our webpage at somersetcolibrary.org, and you want to click on Cloud Library Newstand. Now you don't want just Cloud Library, that's just the ebooks and audiobooks. You want the newsstand. That's where you're going to get the digital magazines and newspapers. So let me click on that, and CloudLibraryMagster.com opens up, and you can see there are thousands of magazines on this site. So let me log in. And if this is your first time logging in, you'll need to register an account. So let's do create an account. And you'll put in your name, email address, oops, it was a little bit slow there, and create a password. It'll ask you if you want to receive weekly selection of magazines and articles, as well as library info by email. You can check that if you would like to. And then we click on Next. First country is United States, and for your library, you want to select the Somerset County Federated Library System. This is a system that oversees Myersdale, Somerset County Bookmobile, Como Township Library, and the Winburn Library. So if you're from any one of those libraries, you have a card from any of those libraries, you can use your library card here and use Cloud Library Newstand. So you're going to put in your library ID number. And register. Okay, and as I said, there are thousands of magazines on this site. Not all of them are in English, but hey, there's a very good selection, and you can narrow down for whatever language if you speak Spanish, you can get Espanol. If you're taking French and you want to practice your French, hey, you can find a magazine in French. So we're talking about creating some last-minute gift ideas with crochet. So let me type in crochet. And you can also search by categories. So you can search all the categories. There's animals and pets, architecture, art, automotive. Go to all those different categories that you can look through. But I did a search for crochet, and look at all the magazines that popped up just for crochet. As I said, I didn't filter down to just English, so I have some in there that are in languages I have no clue what they are. But up here at the top I have some Crochet World. And if I want to read this magazine, all I have to do is click on Read. You can see I can get past editions of the magazine. So if there was a pattern in a back issue that I wanted to do, I can get that. I click on Read. And if I was working on my phone or a tablet, I could download this to my device. And you can see, just scroll through the pattern book. How to do Bavarian crochet. That's something I want to take a look at. It sounded interesting. Do some banners for the winter. Some coasters. There was a lot of cute ideas in here. And cute little friends. A cow, those work up pretty quickly. And if I want to take a closer look, use the magnifying glasses up here. I can do full screen. And this is working on a bulky weight yarn, so that will work up really quick. And I can scroll through there. So just by clicking on this icon down at here at the bottom, I come up with all the icons, so I can just scroll through the pages real quick and get an idea of what is in this issue. So there's a couple different cows. This one looked really easy too. Page 56. So let's go back to 56. Here it is. Boho beaded keychain. That looked like it would be something that would work up really quick. So if you're looking for a quick idea, that's something that you could do. Okay, so that is Crochet World. Close that and go back. But you have access to Good Housekeeping, Food Network Magazine, Country Woman, This Old House, all sorts of magazines that you can get some inspiration from. And now I found some ideas in one of these. And there's knitting magazines. So 45 patterns. Let's see what's in this one. Scarves. Looks like a bun hat. No, it's just a hat. So it's scarves. Quick hook collection. So these are things that'll work up real quick. Oh, look at the cute penguin. That'll be fun. So the best thing about using these e-magazines is no clutter. So I don't know if you're like me, you get all these magazines and there might be like one or two things in the magazine that you're interested in. So with the e-magazines, I have access to the patterns, but I don't have the books cluttering up the house. That's what I love about e-magazines. And if you want to look for some knitting patterns, just type in knitting and see all the knitting books that are available as well. So it's Australian. The only thing with going with like an Australian book, they do have some of the terminology a little bit different, but that is a cute scarf. I really like that. So one of the downfalls is that you might want to have a print copy of the pattern so you can have it in with your project supplies. But I haven't figured out but I haven't been able to figure out an easy way to be able to do that. I thought I'd be able to just cut and paste into a Word document, but that wasn't working. So if on your computer you have a clipping tool, I have this one here, or it's just called a snipping tool. And I can okay. So I can snip one page at a time, and then I can print. And then I can go back in and get a new snip of the other page that has the rest of the instructions on it. And I can print that. So that's my workaround for now. I want that on portrait. Okay, so that's sort of a workaround if you want a physical copy of the pattern in your hands. But otherwise you can just work off of your tablet. And sometimes, probably in the app version that I have on my phone or tablet, they offer an easy read mode that is not offered on the computer. So, but that is a workaround if you need a physical copy of the pattern. I'm going to see if I can show you this. This is what I have on my phone. And it logs me automatically. So once I get the account set up, all I have to do is open up CloudLibrary Newstand, and I have all my magazines there ready to go. Now on the app version, there's something down here called My Magazines, and you can search for magazines and sort of like favorite them, and that way when you're looking for one's on my device. Oh, there's my favorites. Okay, so you have your favorites. You can show the ones that you currently have on your device, and there's also one for bookmarks. So go to My Magazines. I can show what is currently on my device, and if I have anything on my device that I'm ready to get rid of, I can just click on Remove. Or if I want to go ahead and read what I have on my device, just click on Read. Favorites is where I have some magazines that I sort of like, well, I've marked as my favorites. Those are my go-to ones so that I don't have to go in and search for the magazines that I'm interested in every single time I want to look at a new edition. So I have favorites, and then bookmarks. Say I'm reading an article, and like with my crochet and knitting magazines, I find a pattern that I want to go back to. I can bookmark it, and then when I'm ready to pull up that pattern, and just open it up and I'm ready to go. It's a cute cow. I like the great big buttons on it. And that's one that will work up really quick too. It's worked in a 4, but you use 2 strands of yarn at the same time, so it's like working with a bulky yarn, but you're not working with a bulky yarn. And with this, you can just use your fingers to maximize or minimize. And like I said, if there's a pattern that you see that you want to try sometime, you can tap at the bottom and you'll get miniatures, so you can scroll through real quick to find the pages that you want. And up at the top here, you'll get a bookmark looking thing. Just click on that, and if it's blue, you have it bookmarked. If you want to remove the bookmark, once you've worked the pattern and you no longer need it bookmarked, just hit delete. So it's pretty cool. And like I said, my favorite part about using these e-magazines is that I can have all these magazines, all these patterns on my phone or on my tablet, and they're not cluttering up the house. I love that. Check out CloudLibrary Newstand. Check out some of the crafting magazines that are available, and it's free with free access with your library. So that was CloudLibrary Newstand. I hope you learned something and give it a try. And if you need any help getting your account set up or anything, just let us know. We'd be happy to help you get things set up. We'll see you next time. Good night.